We're starting off high.
So we can get a two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
There was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
No, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
trust human to raise back wolves.
before I would trust a pack of humans to raise a wolf.
Right. I hear you. Yo, what's up, fools? It is your host, Michael Reggie, as always, here with my main man, Cliff Jennings, for another edition of Do Fools Agree? This is episode 31. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Keem joining us. Cliff, you want to do intros?
That's my nigga right there. That's my guy. Known him for a while now, probably about going on 5 or so. But got some new music in here. Wanted to show him some love, give him some shots to show that shit and all that, you know. Have some good convo, kick the shit.
Straight up. I'm so happy to be here, man. I love what y'all doing. Great podcast, entertaining, funny, educational, everything you need, man. I'm happy to be here.
We try to be. Thank you. We appreciate it.
I ain't trying to educate nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to de-educate.
Cliff just out here trying to confuse the masses and cancel motherfuckers.
Well, hey,
that's education. No one
right, that's its own form.
Listen.
I don't cancel nobody. Motherfuckers just don't exist to me. You don't exist in my world.
Oh, man. So with all that, Cliff, you got any inadvertent thoughts to kind of kick us off?
I do.
What you got?
Before I say mine, does anybody have any of theirs? Just because mine is going somewhere. And
you think
I
it
would
might
like to hear
spill into
others
a bigger
before.
conversation?
It could just.
So mine, I already told you, is a trigger warning for you. So I wanted to hold on mine for a little bit because I just want to rile you up in the middle of the show.
Okay, that's fine.
But while we're talking, I do want to shout out one more time our friends over at Echo Spirits Distillery right here in Columbus, Ohio. I am enjoying the rum tonight.
Listen.
It's delicious.
Listen.
They're right over on West 6th Avenue over in the Grandview area. So if you get a chance, I think they're either planning on opening their bar soon, but right now I know that
they open their bar too.
Yeah, they have a bar. It's just right now the only thing that's open is the Spirit Shop. So,
okay.
If you get a chance and you're over on that side of town, hit them up. Tell them the fool sent you. We can recommend their rye whiskey jointly, and I will stand behind the rum.
I've yet to try the rum, but that whiskey, boy. If y'all playing in the evening, get that whiskey. Get that whiskey.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But I don't know, Keem. I don't know if you had any inadvertence or anything like that. I probably should have explained it to you before. I didn't do a good job on the production this week.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the producer has been swamped between work and everything else.
It's all good.
I don't even want to talk about it. Listen, today I stabbed myself under my thumbnail with a thumbtack.
Just to see if you felt anything.
Right. No, I wasn't. I was trying to help my daughter, but I just say that to say that it was enough blood. I had to wrap it up and get back in the game. You hear what I'm saying? The job will not complete itself, and I am at my last occurrence.
I hear you. I think on that it's funny you bring that up. Just from I'm with you on. I'm on my kind of wits end. I've got so for those that don't know, Governor DeWine on Tuesday okayed the football season.
Okay.
So the Big Ten can't play, but Ohio High School is going to play.
Ohio High School what now?
Ohio High School is going to play. They're going to play on a reduced schedule. So they're cutting it down to 6-game season, and then everybody makes the playoffs, and basically it'll wrap up about the time the playoffs normally start.
God bless.
I'm happy for the young boys.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm happy for the young boys.
Right. I'm glad you said that because I would like for all these young bucks to shine, and I hope everything goes well because I'm interested to see if this changes the structure of high school football.
I hear you.
Because I would like for it too. That would be very interesting.
So how would you like for it to change? Like everybody make the playoffs, or what do you mean?
Somewhat. I just feel like, and I know you know a little more than I, it can be a little politicky.
Yeah, but that comes down to
That's
districts and like administrations and.
I mean, I get all that. I definitely
more than it does like teams when, like, and don't get me wrong, the playoff system as it exists today, pre-COVID, it's point based. It's based on basically how big a school is. You get a certain number of points for beating a school of a certain size. So like. D7 is 1 point, D6 is 2, up to D1 is 7 points or whatever it is.
So if you don't have the right schedule, you'll never make the playoffs.
It all comes
even if you go undefeated.
And I mean that's kind of Whitehall's issue is that our league, the league that we're in, so the teams that are in our league are almost all D4 and smaller, but we're a Division II school.
Right.
So we don't get a ton of points from league play.
Right.
When I coached at the school on Broad Street, the private school on Broad Street, it was the same problem. We were a D1 or a D2 school, but the schools in our league were all D3, D4.
Because look at who you're surrounded by.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. We played the Eastmoors and the Walnut Ridges and those types of schools, too.
But, I mean, even them, though. You know what I mean? Like, even
them are D3 and D4 schools.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, you damn near got to travel to get the good wins at that point.
Well, and on top of that, like, we were the smallest, at least one of the years I was there, we were literally the smallest school in Division I.
Right. And you're seeing it firsthand. You run into it. And you're not even at an inner city school. But when you in the inner city school, y'all can't afford to travel. You can't afford to.
No doubt.
Know what I mean?
But you're also a smaller school yourself then too. Like, yeah, Beechcroft and Brookhaven before it closed.
That's the trade-off.
Those were D2 schools, D1 schools.
Right. You right.
So I mean, that's where it kind of balances out. But I will say if you check me out on Twitter at the Geeky Coach. I've got 2 defensive ends this year, man. I've got one that's 6'5", probably 215, 220. I got another that's, 6'2", 6'3", 210, 200.
Perfect.
And they're both Division I talents. They both got the height, the length, and, I just hope that they get the opportunity to play and get noticed, honestly. So, shout out to DeLeon Jackson and Tamir Allen. Love you, boys.
Let's get it. Go see him at the Whitehall.
Oh yeah, except
it's going.
Except there's no fans allowed. So unless you're a direct family member, you can't see them. So we're gonna get them on film. You'll check out
virtually.
Okay.
Right.
Who's working on my young brother's highlight films right now?
I'm working on both of theirs.
I have the utmost confidence in that.
And I don't know if you've seen the highlight films that I've put together in the past.
Yeah, I have the utmost confidence in that, sir. All I'm gonna say is don't stunt on the guys that aren't on the D line either.
Well, luckily both these guys are defensive linemen, so
right, exactly, and I know that's what you coach. But don't stun on all the skill backs. I don't know. Last time I seen y'all, y'all's quarterback was y'all's running back. That's so true. I can't say I don't know how many skill backs y'all got.
That's a fair comment.
Little jabs.
So Keem, did you have any? I know Cliff said he didn't really give you any kind of explanation. Any random off the wall thoughts this week?
This week, I mean, I'm a person that ponders things that have already happened, I guess. So this week, I mean, I've thought about where sports are, you know, the different kind of sports that have been seen to be cleared to play versus sports that aren't.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the high school kids. I'm very happy about that.
Right.
Very, very proud. But it's kind of crazy that some leagues are still not allowed to play or they're very limited. So I guess I just kind of thought on like, sheesh, everybody's not I feel like certain leagues are getting opportunities. Right. Certain ones aren't. And I just wish everybody could kind of get a chance to play.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for who can.
Especially when you think about college kids. And, I mean, for me, the high school kids and being able to get to college, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
College kids trying to get to the pros already know who's good. Unless you are a freshman or a sophomore. Like, if you're a junior or senior player, they know whether or not they're going to draft you.
But see, you played with me, though, too. You know what I mean? And I was always the guy that was underestimated. I just needed that shot. You feel what I'm saying? So all the guys like me that aren't going to get a chance to get that shot like they normally would are losing out on everything.
True. And I mean, what I think is good is that I think the NCAA has come out and said that they will treat anybody who doesn't end up playing this year, they won't lose a year of eligibility.
That's
so
what's up.
they're basically be a year older, and it'll keep them out of the league for another year. So, yeah, that's lost dollar opportunity. But at the same time, like, you're not losing your eligibility, so you can – honestly, if they're smart, what they're doing is getting that master's degree. They're getting into a 3-2 program and getting a master's degree on top of whatever undergrad shit that they're doing, so that if they do go to the league, when that ends, because we all know the shelf life for an NFL player, generally speaking, is like 3 or 4 years. It's not that long. That they'll have something to fall back on.
Should have took that baseball contract, Murray.
No doubt.
Russell.
So I don't necessarily want us to get into the sports side, but the other inadvertent thought I had was, I was wondering, like, okay, so everybody made a big deal about there was nothing to watch on TV, and, everybody missed sports and all this. The NBA has lost over half of its viewership compared against last year in the playoffs.
True.
They have less than 50% of the viewers that they had for the playoffs last year.
That's interesting that you say that. Now, before you say that, do we have a live chat, Michael?
We do have a live chat. We got one Miss Ashley out in the chat saying, "Hey, y'all."
Hey, Ashley.
My sis.
Your sis.
Now, listen, I don't see it. Why doesn't it pop up for me? You got that. Listen, what kind of code
Are you watching it on YouTube?
Yeah.
You should be able to see it. There should be a chat bar on the right.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
A chat bar. Yeah.
What's the name on YouTube?
Do Fools Agree?
Yeah, if you search for Do Fools Agree, that'll show it.
But there is a chat bar here, but it's all white.
I'm talking about not our video. The chat is to the right of it if you're on YouTube, is what I'm saying.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Do you have YouTube full screen?
Correct.
Yeah, you shouldn't have it full screen. That's why I can see it.
That's cool.
And I got to figure out why it's not popping up on screen. But,
that's the only way. That's the only way it allows me to watch is full screen.
Well, I can't help you with that, man. That's
that's a you problem. Sorry we missed you, motherfucker.
She is commenting on those fake people in the stands kill me.
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Get her out of here.
You just went out of your way to call her out and let her know you were watching.
Well, do you see how quick the fans change? Get her out of here. What was his name? Dolan. Not Dolan. What was his name? I don't know. Get him out of here. But I guess I'll give my inadvertent.
You should be seeing it on the box now. There was a setting that got flipped, so it should pop up in the white on the right for a second anyways. My bad.
Well, it hasn't yet. It's all right, Joe. It hasn't yet, but for the white fans, his name's not Joe. It's Michael. but what I was saying was I just feel like 100. This world is ass fucking backwards, and my inadvertent thought comes from my bitch. Excuse me, my young lady Meg the Stallion.
Uh-oh.
And she came out and did her little piece about how Tory Lanez shot her. Did you see that, King?
Yeah. I saw
Now,
she
now listen, you
yeah.
could tell when she released the first video that she wasn't trying to say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? When she
Yeah.
released the first video about when she got shot, she wasn't trying to say nothing. She wasn't trying to air nothing out. She wasn't trying to say nothing. What she was doing was an excuse me for the feminists in the building, but what we call in my area being a bottom bitch. Keeping your mouth shut. Whether you're the one on the end of it or you're the one in it, you keep your mouth shut. And that's what she was doing. But what happened was the internet and all these bitch backward ass fucking people pushed her to the point that she had to tell her truth. They pushed her to the point that she had to come out and be like, yeah, this is what happened and this is why he's not in jail. But
Right.
but on the same end will praise a nigga like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Right.
I don't even want to call him a nigga, you feel me? A person. Because you don't get that no more.
Right.
You're not a part of this anymore. So y'all praise somebody like him, but her who's being stand up, even when she doesn't have to be because she's a young lady. You should be, but you don't have to be. Everybody down to her. I just don't understand how the world is. You know what I mean? And when you think about it, it equates to everything. It equates to, since you want to go to your DNC shit, we'll get deep. You know what I mean? We'll get deep with it. It equates to like the capitalism, how the rich get rich.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I think she was just, I think somebody, she has a coordinator. She has somebody who's telling her what moves to make.
Right.
And I think even deeper than the people convincing her, I think she just has somebody, a manager or somebody in logistics that's telling her, this is the best move for your career.
But listen, 100 though, cuz you think that she caught them? You think she caught them with that bullet in her foot? Or you think that was just in her 100 not to say nothing?
I don't think I believe her when she says she didn't call him.
I mean, I don't think there was time for her to call and be like, what should I say? What should I do? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, nah, that was just the kind of person she was, that I'm not going to say nothing.
Right.
And everybody's down. I just don't understand it. But what I was saying, to the point of capitalism, like they brainwash you even to the video games. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
Like even the video games are ass backwards. You think of like, you think I'm going one way with it. I'm not going that way, King. You think of Call of Duty and shit. Like think about Call of Duty. I know we all play it.
Right.
The better you get, you feel me? The more you rank up, the easier the game gets.
Which
now,
I've never
how
understood.
the fuck? How does that make sense?
Right.
Like, shouldn't it be that you start out with all the good shit, and the better you get, they start to see if you can, start to see if you can still manage without.
I'm with you. That's why I stopped playing those games.
We have everything ass backwards right now, and our kids are starting to consume it and be brainwashed by it to the point that the rules don't apply anymore.
Right.
And that's why we're all running free and reckless at the moment.
Right. No, I don't disagree with that at all. I think that
that's true.
Games like that are, and to your point, like our culture is based on that feedback loop. I mean, honestly,
it's easier once you get to level 25.
Well,
you just got to get here.
That's the same thing with addiction, dude. Addiction.
You said what?
I said addiction is the same way.
Explain. Go.
So you start off with something that makes you feel good, and then it stops making you feel as good, and so you up to the next thing. And so it's always about that feedback loop. It's always about the immediate satisfaction. And honestly, you and I have talked on that in the past. Like, the biggest problem today is that need for immediate gratification.
You kind of blew my wig back. And the only reason why I say that is because I didn't expect for you to go that route.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. I see how it equates.
Right. So it's the same idea. It's that it's
Fools agree.
Always getting that, feedback one way or another, and everything's about getting that constant and consistent feedback loop. That, I mean, it's the same thing with drugs or with alcohol. Like,
you know what?
You always
beyond
want to
that,
keep feeling that.
Beyond the drugs and alcohol, it's the exact same thing that my little brother was explaining with clout.
Yep.
You see these motherfuckers disrespecting their parents and doing crazy shit and all this on the internet just so their little friends will like their video. Like, I won't go to jail and you won't be in a fucking foster home. Like, the state won't take you from me because you just did some ignorant shit that you knew you shouldn't do.
Right.
But I mean, that comes to raising your kids anyway. You know what I mean?
It does, but the other side of it is everything's so fake these days. We've got a player on the team who I won't call out because I don't call out kids publicly.
Right.
But we've got a kid on the team who acts like the hardest motherfucker in the school. He is one that like walks down the street acting like he hard as fuck. This motherfucker is a linebacker who runs away from contact.
That's life.
Just scared, pussy. Like,
that's life. Don't say that. Don't say that. He might watch your show.
I mean, he can, because I say the same thing to him. Like, you soft, dude. I got no problem saying it to him. And honestly, he's one of those kids that talk shit all the time, and I fucking cannot stand that. Like, I'm cool, and I've had this talk with good players who talk shit. Like, if you can back it up, I don't care. Do what you need to do.
Right. I mean,
personally, I feel if you're good, you don't need to talk shit.
Right.
But if you're gonna talk shit, at least be able to back it up.
I was always Barry Sanders. You feel what I'm saying? I loved when a motherfucker ran into the end zone and took the knee and just dropped the ball.
Right. Me too.
I love that shit.
That's the way I was raised. That's what's expected.
I love that shit. No, don't get me wrong.
You've been there before.
I might neon Dion and put my hand behind my head if I feel like. But chances are you get the knee.
Oh man! So we got a couple of folks going on in the chat. Let's see. Malcolm talking just who's praising him.
Tekashi?
We don't fuck with 6ix9ine. Luke asking when are we throwing the flag on Cliff? he showed up just for the ref photos.
Listen, listen, did you upload them?
I didn't. We're not gonna have them this week, but I'll make sure I get it done over the next week.
If you show them, or do we gotta? Is it a problem?
No. We should be fine. So I will get it. I will get it set up so that at some point I just drop the flag like on you.
we got to make a deal that before you do that. Well, first off, I need to be able to have it as well. No, you can keep it.
You understand? I'm the producer, right? Like I get to do this shit.
Right. You'll use it. You'll use it more than I do anyway.
Right. No doubt.
Secondly, you can't add it until we get an allegedly in there.
All right, fair enough. So
because I'm gonna use that more than you.
You want the sound bite for allegedly? I got you.
I need an allegedly sound bite.
Do you want it to be you, or do you want me to find
flags you want?
Do you want the sound bite to be of you saying allegedly, or do you want it to be like me finding a clip of someone else saying it?
Someone else.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I'll do some research on that one.
Yeah, do that. And free, whatever is free.
Right. No.
Otherwise,
no
I'll
rights,
find somebody to say alleged. I'll get a kid. I'll get a baby or somebody that can barely say it. We'll just record it, and that'll be my allegedly. Where you at, Keem? You done fell off the
right. He just popping
face of the samurai earth. Looks like you lost that fight, bruh. Is that what that is? But where were we?
Nah, I was just running through the chat, and that pretty much covered it.
Okay. Yeah, fuck Tekashi. I second that. So cheers to whoever. Well, who was that said that? Malcolm?
Yeah, it was Malcolm. Wait,
Drink
by
your
the way,
wine.
I thought Malk, like, if he can't be on the show, why is he in the chat?
Listen, I don't know what kind of date night. Date night might have just been chicken wings, wine, and YouTube. So, hey, get it how you live, my brethren. We've all been there.
Malk's worried about Keem. He said, somebody make sure Keem didn't fall in the toilet or get kidnapped.
Yeah, well, motherfucker, I can't reach his pulse,
right?
So
he on his
probably,
own.
You probably closer to him
He
than
had
I
somebody
am.
at the crib. He check on him.
Oh, I do. I see him now, but they only pop up as fast as somebody presses enter.
Yeah, they're real quick. So
They're not that quick. I'm exaggerating, but they're quick.
They are quick. I'll give you that.
So
I don't know. Anything else that you wanted to kind of continue down the path on, or you want me to?
Oh, just motherfuckers being backwards? Like, nah. Like, I don't even want to continue speaking on it, because you already know how I am. Certain shit irks my nerves, man.
I get it.
Like, I don't even want to continue. I don't even, like, when I say shit doesn't exist to me, once I've realized it's over, it's over.
Right.
It's over. I don't even want to continue down the path. I don't even want to give motherfuckers the credit of hearing me talk about them. But I do feel like this whole generation, and don't get me wrong, there's some, there's always going to be some cool people, or as I say, anomalies in there that, my nephew being one of them. Sir VZ, if you out there, make some cash. But I feel like every one of these kids from senior year down should have been dropped at the fucking fire station.
I mean,
like, you should have been dropped.
I don't know that I would go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Like,
I mean, real talk though, and that's not even saying that puts a fault on the children so much. That puts a fault on the parents as well.
No doubt.
And I heard something interesting on a podcast, can't remember what it was, but it was let me be honest, dry white guy humor. It was Jason Bateman.
Okay.
The one dude, the dude from the fuck. He's from the TV show with Jason Bateman. What's that called?
Cera, Arrested Development.
Exactly. He is a brother.
Oh, does he play Job?
No, not the one with the hand that got cut off.
No, the magician.
Who's that?
Well, he only has two brothers. He's got the one that has his Oscar, who's the one that not Oscar. Oscar's the dad. No,
not
Job is the magician. Job's the one that like takes the forget-me-not pill.
He's not the one with the cougar.
I can't think of the. Yes, where he's carrying around like the dead bird.
Oh no, I was talking about the cougar, that the old lady that is his mom's age that he messes with the glasses.
Yeah, I think that's who. I think we're talking about the same.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's him. It's what else is?
No, because you're talking about the one with the hand. That's the one that's messing around with his mom's friend.
Yeah,
there's
you're
only
right.
three brothers. There's Jason Bateman. And I can't remember his name, but he does the voice for Batman.
Well,
and
maybe
Lego Batman.
I'm not as familiar with the show as I thought I was. Let's be honest. But he has hair. He has
He's got kind of the Captain Picard.
He's like the same age as Jason.
Yeah. It's Job. Job's the
has
character's
a decent
name.
Career. He's in other shit.
I can't remember his
name. Y'all are hilarious. Since y'all want to be funny, I was taking a shit.
Okay.
Just make sure you all know it.
Will Arnett, by the way.
I was pooping.
Listen.
But since y'all want to be funny, and I had y'all in my head the whole time.
Oh, so you was
You've been in my head. I can hear you all the whole time.
Well, don't them pods have a speaker? A mic?
Pooping. I was pooping. Everyone knows what I was doing. Pooping.
Don't they got a mic? You could have muted on the or left faucet running.
That's what I did. I muted y'all, but I could hear y'all still. I can hear y'all. The fuck.
Okay.
I made sure I could hear you, so I knew what was happening. But then I heard the shit talking. I'm like,
I'm glad Malcolm said check on it. I didn't know.
I had to poop.
I didn't know what was going on.
By the way, the actor's name is Will Arnett. Will Arnett.
Look him up. I think that's right, though.
Yeah,
I do think that's
who
right.
You're thinking of. That's
but it's a dry podcast. But my point was, Seth Rogen said parents don't get enough credit. And that's the truth. Like, so when you in his exact words were, when you're the parents of Albert Einstein, you should get credit.
Right.
And I do agree with that. And I thought to myself, well, you do. Well, at least what were you gonna, well, hold on. I was gonna say, well, at least you used to. You feel what I'm saying? Back in the day when you was a haunch guy, a haunch white knight, you said, I'm Jackson Maximus, son of Jackson Maximus III.
Right.
And you gave your parents credit.
Right. That was your family name.
I feel like at some point
name.
At some point we developed that, and I'm not saying that it's wrong in every way, but in some point we developed that I'm not gonna give the patriarchy credit for, you know what I mean?
So
that's what it was.
I hear you. I think what I would say is, if you're gonna give credit to parents for good behavior, that means you better be able to rip to shreds a parent who raises a school shooter.
Well,
right?
See, well, no, I
it's
don't.
Got to go both ways then. So you could either praise the parents of the good, or you can shit on the parents of the shit.
That's subjective though, because a lot of times,
how can you only praise?
A lot of times, and I'm not gonna say I know specifically because I've never been a shooter or in a school shooter in the household of a school shooter, but what I will say is, a lot of times they're too nice. They give too much. It's the parents that don't say no. It's the parents that don't.
Oh, I agree with that.
Say, listen, I'll fuck this shit up. Like, I'll fuck everything up. Like, I can. Okay, so laws say I can't put hands on you. You think I won't fuck all this shit up? You think you won't come to a room of broken shit? You think your life won't be hard from here on out?
I think we've gotten to a point where punishment is a sensitive topic, and I think that
everything's a sensitive topic nowadays.
No, that's true, but I know, but to keep it in what we're talking about, like,
it's
punishment is
let him talk.
Hold on, let me go. I haven't even got to talk. I took a shit. Like, let me talk.
Say what you about to say.
Damn. Like,
and I'm about to shock the world.
I just feel like punishment is ridiculously ridiculed. I don't think there's nothing wrong. Okay, so I feel like you don't whoop your kid's ass, right? What you gonna do when they're 16 and kids start beating them up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is an example. I'm not saying this is the whole thing, but this is an example.
You're right.
Like, if you don't teach them, if you don't learn at home about pain a little bit, because pain is a part of life.
Right.
Like, let's not act like it's not.
That's a good way to put it, but I'm following you.
In a home, it's much better to learn than in the streets where they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck. Your dad slapping your butt or a person kicking your teeth in. Which one do you want?
Fools agree, and we definitely do, bruh. I agree with you there.
I just think that's, it's stupid. You want to put somebody in jail for discipline, but you let a rapist out in 3 years. Oh, too deep. Sorry.
No, I mean.
Oh, well, that's different. That's a completely different story. And I almost feel like what you just said almost stopped what I was about to say, but it's not, because I'm just that ignorant.
Because he's Cliff and he's going to keep talking.
Yeah, it's too much. And listen, I'm going to be 100 just because y'all get on us. We got to give equality. Isn't that what the feminine movement is about? Equality. And let's be 100. It's just as much toxic femininity as it is toxic masculinity.
Oh, see, I can get deep with that. Don't go there.
Let's be 100.
I'll get extra deep with that.
Let's be 100.
So explain. I want to hear you.
That's
I want to hear you tie your own noose here. So explain toxic femininity to me.
Toxic masculinity is me.
No,
not to the utmost, because at least the fans of the show should know by now that I'm not to the utmost, but I definitely stand for the warrior man,
right?
The man that has high testosterone and pumps adrenaline at more times than the rest of them.
And we've had many conversations on that in toxic masculinity and how I wouldn't necessarily say I think you and I can both have tendencies towards
Yeah, oh,
that.
I definitely have tendency.
Trust me, we both do.
But
I that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, what does toxic femininity? Because I can describe what toxic masculinity is.
Me,
right?
what
toxic
femininity is, I feel like it's.
I could describe.
So we can
both,
alienate our last 3 female viewers. Go ahead.
No, I'm not trying to alienate anybody, but what I will say, toxic femininity is, because I've been fucking that word up, and I was trying to see how drunk I was exactly. It's the maternal instinct. It's the I want to protect instead of letting people fall on their ass. You know what I mean? Like right now, what we're in a realm where people can't even say what they want to say. You feel what I'm saying? Like I've said it 100 times. I don't care if you are a racist. You can say whatever you want to say. Just say it over there. And if you say it over here, understand that there may be a consequence to your actions that you weren't prepared for.
There will
now,
be.
That's the thing that we're in right now. We're protecting our kids from consequence. So they're doing things thinking that there won't be one. Hence that conversation we just had about clout. And the bottom line is we're protecting them from that consequence. And I feel like a lot of that comes from toxic femininity.
So you're saying toxic femininity is more of that protective instinct.
That maternal, I don't even though you did this, I should still protect. No, you shouldn't protect them. No, you should let them learn from what they just did.
Yeah.
I think that's a form
and guys,
of it.
Now, father, do that.
Now let me give my form of it. So I definitely agree. I think that's a form of toxic femininity, definitely. So since we're talking about male and female, typically male toxic energy is like, you know, thinking you're the bad.
I'm sorry,
you know.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I did see that chat from Uncle Dan.
Need that
You talking about the pics?
Right
is it the pics of the poop? Because that made me laugh.
Listen,
our chat is live tonight. I mean, we got 12 or 13 people in and out, so
that's funny as fuck.
Okay, I'm sorry, but what were you saying?
No, you're good. So I feel like on the other side, it doesn't relate to what you were saying, but it's just in the toxic subject. I think toxic also is like women want good men, but women are also so selective. Women want equality between men and women, but they're so selective about what men qualify. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's toxic. Like y'all call us toxic, like oh, don't fuck with her, or you should not fuck with her because she's fat. Well, you know, she's just fat. Oh, wait, let me finish. She's just fat. Whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you should fuck with her. She's a good person. But when it comes to guys, if he's under a certain size, it doesn't matter how nice of a guy he is. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't, Cliff.
She will literally fuck with a toxic guy because he's a certain size, but because that guy she's 5'5", he's 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". Maybe she won't fuck with him because she won't fuck with him because he's not 6 foot. That's toxic. If you walk into a relationship, I'm not done yet. You talked a lot. If you walk into a situation, and say, fuck this person's personality, I want to just fuck with them because if I potentially have kids with them, my kids will be a certain size. That's toxic as fuck. That's toxic as shit.
I mean,
you're only fucking with someone because of what they look like. That's shallow. That's toxic.
I mean, regardless, I get it.
I think women are way more notorious for that than men. Men don't fuck anything. Our ass fat.
I was waiting for that.
Because she could be short. It don't matter. Oh, she thick. Oh, bet. Oh, she pretty. Oh, bet.
Women, wait, my G, because we're about the same height, so maybe you should.
I know.
I'm not
saying, but I'm not speaking. I'm just saying. I'm taller than you, so we won't speak on that. It's not about that. Because I'm taller than you, actually. So don't say that. It's not about that. It's just like
that makes my point even stronger.
But we can go to fat guys. Women will do it with big guys. You could
and
be
toxic.
listen. You could be tall.
And it might
you
work
could be,
for you.
You could be tall. You
it
could
worked
be a
for
tall
me.
guy. Listen, you could be a tall guy and fat. A lot of women won't fuck with you because you don't have abs, you don't have this, or maybe you don't have tattoos. Something simple as that.
See, now I feel
tatted
personally
guys.
attacked by Keem. So I heard him go after Cliff, and I
How
was
is that
okay
an
with
attack?
it.
It's
I'm joking.
honest.
It's a
It's
joke, dude.
honest.
It's a joke. So
No, I
you went
know.
after the
I'm
short
just
guys
saying,
with
like,
Cliff, and then you talked about the tall and fat guys, and now I
gotta go
feel
for
like
myself.
it's at me.
I'm short, so I gotta go for myself.
maybe-
I can't not go for me.
Maybe y'all just need to be short and big and fat and toxic. It might work
I don't
want to
be toxic though. You know, you got to do better than what's around you. I don't want to be toxic.
No, I mean the point that I was gonna make is, you know, we hear all the time about how the media portrays women, and I'm sorry, the media does the same thing to men. It does the same exact thing to men. Like, it's toxic on both sides, and it is what it is.
No, what it does is it does the same thing.
It's toxic on both sides.
It does the same thing to men, but it expects men to treat women the same way we do at domestic violence. You know what I mean?
I just think we're expected to suck it
like,
up, and
exactly.
Right.
Like domestic violence. Like if a female hits you, you suck it up. Call the police on a female. You gonna call the police on your female because she hit you?
Right. Who do you think the cops are gonna believe when they get there?
Exactly. But vice versa, and that's toxic femininity too.
Right.
Trust all women. That's toxic femininity, because we all know a lot of you bitches lie. And that's 100. And I don't care how anybody
your case
feels
would probably be stronger.
That.
Your case would be stronger if you quit calling them bitches. But
listen,
I digress.
Listen, I'm just saying. Well, I'm just pointing out the lying ones.
The lying ones, just the lying ones.
You know, the rest. I love you. You nice young ladies,
Queens. All right.
Queens of the earth, of the existence.
I love the ladies. I just don't like the biased ladies.
You know, it's a good thing that we don't have sponsors, or that this isn't on someone else's network, because we would be canceled for sure.
Of course, that's why this is fun.
Well,
that's why it's fun right now. That's why it's fun.
We get some sponsors.
Because once you start getting money, that's when you got to filter it.
Right.
When you get money, you got to filter yourself.
So that, I guess this is the you right, Keem. Fools agree, because I guess this is the fun part. We got to get as many of these in as possible.
Yup. Because as soon as you start getting really paid for it, you got to filter everything.
No doubt.
Amen.
Everything.
No doubt.
Amen. Amen, Brock. Amen, Brock. I saw that on the live chat.
Oh.
I rock with Luke's. I rock with Luke's comment. With equal rights comes equal responsibility. I rock with that.
Yep.
That's Brock right there.
That's Brock Lesnar.
That's
Brock.
Yeah,
I read Luke.
That's baby Brock Lesnar.
You're not wrong. It does say Luke. I'm just saying that's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's baby Brock right
I coach.
there.
He's one of my coaching friends. Although
that's my guy.
I'm gonna call him out because he can't defend himself right now. So I got back in the gym.
Don't call him out because he can't defend himself.
Oh no, I said the same shit to him. So here we go. I texted it to him. Actually, we were on a text thread with a former player, but he was talking shit on me. So I got back in the gym a couple weeks ago, and I've been working out over at where my son's preschool was, the JCC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've got a fitness center.
I was about to say at your son's preschool.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, so
Legos.
So the weight room there has a champions board. And, you know, I haven't lifted, like, seriously or done powerlifting in probably 4 or 5 years.
Oh, I saw that post.
So you saw that post. I got up and I did 405 at 6:45 in the morning to get on top of their champions board. And this dude was dogging me to a friend of ours. I'm like, look, motherfucker. Talking about quarter squats. You can quarter squat these nuts, motherfucker.
Oh, that's what it was, a quarter squat?
No, it was a full squat. I got ass to ground, baby.
Oh, okay.
405, ass to ground, came up. The trainer was actually mad at me because he's like, dude, why are you stopping? You did that too easy.
At one,
because
right.
I'm too old for this shit, dude. I looked at him and like,
right.
look, dude, I'm too old to try this again.
Listen,
now, the bench I wasn't like
competition in this bitch.
Back in my running back days, I deadlifted over 5. That wasn't the problem.
No, I'm with you, and that's the other one. So next time I go in, I'm gonna put my name on top of the deadlift. It's just
that's exactly what I thought it was. But I was looking at it when I saw it, like that can't be his deadlift because I know he got more in him.
Well, but I don't know that I want to either. Like,
right.
There was a time in my life where that like would have been important to me.
Right.
Like at this point, and I admitted this, and I'll say it out loud. I'm petty. I just wanted my name on the top of the board, so I'm gonna do what it takes to put my name, and that's it.
I'm that guy.
And if somebody comes and beats me, then maybe I'll try to do more.
Right. Okay. I like that. Fools agree on that. See, I'm the guy that'll die in the ring. I'm the guy that got a bad knee from a shotgun wound and will still try to deadlift that 520 whatever I did.
Well, that was
because I feel like I had it in me before.
That was my response to my buddy.
I remember when you told me that story. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen,
I got the phone call the next morning.
It's all right.
I knew when I got 2 phone calls in a row from Cliff at 7:00 in the morning, there was something wrong.
There's only been one other time I called him at that early in the morning, and he had to come immediately too.
I'm happy to know y'all bros like that.
That's my guy. I've known him since I was about 3-4 years old.
Yeah, we went to preschool together.
I didn't know that. That's cool, man.
Yeah, we went to preschool together.
Trust me, that's the only reason I'm friends with this fool.
I'll take it.
We've had that conversation many a time. Like, if we would have met, 10, 12 years later in life, I don't know if we friends.
Right. I'm not mad at that. You right.
It's probably true. I don't know.
I think that may be an accurate statement.
Probably on both sides.
But now you one of my favorite motherfuckers, so.
I don't know. I had a lot of instances this week listening to your shit talking on our podcast thread, our little text chat. I had a lot of thoughts this week about, man, I love that dude, but sometimes he gets on my goddamn nerves.
Listen. If
but
you're
that's
not
how
like
brother,
that,
that's how brothers work. Yeah,
right.
That's how it works.
I was gonna say I love him like a
brother.
I love him like a brother, but I hope he knows that I've been estranged from my real brother for 2 years.
Listen.
Yeah, so that's your brother. That's your real brother. Then.
We in the same boat. Just not. It ain't 2 years between our combos.
I hear you. I mean, yeah, that's the way it is with. I finally did get in touch with our other buddy Gordon. And I did give Shock some love for his birthday, but
I saw that, man. I need to get a hold of Gordon.
Hopefully they're watching. We love y'all. Call in sometime.
Listen, do something. Fuck you, Prince. That's what I will say. You think I ain't hip to the group chat? Yeah, I'm here now. I'm home. Home field advantage, bitch. I see all that.
Oh, man.
Big brother.
You see, I gotta give Luke credit on this one. He said the same thing you did, Cliff.
Half squatter.
No, it's not even that. It's so you on the champions board at your son's preschool. Got it.
I just got that.
Motherfucker, you stick to your Orange Theory cardio bullshit, and when you want to lift weights like a fucking man, come find me.
I know you drinking one right now, and hold it up to the TV because we agree.
I got your fools agree right here,
Let's get into the real shit.
Man. So the real shit, my other inadvertent thought, and here's Cliff's trigger warning.
See, I was waiting. Wait, before he gets into this, did everybody see how I gave it a pause to see what he was going to jump to? And I knew it was going to be DC Comics.
DC Comics. So for those that don't understand that reference, we were talking earlier this week and just talking about what our topics were for the show. And I sent out, Cliff, I'm going to give you your trigger warning. I want to say a little bit of something about the DNC. And he's like, oh, that's cool. You don't need to give me a trigger warning for anything but politics and I forget what else.
And COVID.
And I'm like, dude, DNC stands for Democratic National Convention.
I thought it was...
he's like, yo, I thought you were talking about the comic books.
I thought he was on some Devil May Cry shit or something. I don't know what the fuck.
Hey, that's my shit.
What Devil May Cry?
Yes,
That's my little
shit.
brother's type shit.
I love that shit.
That's funny though. But yeah, go into it so we can get into the sports.
I got a couple of just quick thoughts on it.
Okay,
One,
go ahead. I do too, though.
One, if you took all of the presidents prior to Trump, if you took the last 4 or 5 presidents prior to Trump, and I'm talking, Reagan, both Bushes, Clinton, Obama, if you put all those motherfuckers in a blender and you poured them out, it would be Joe Biden, especially with that tan he got going on right now.
Even his mentals,
Both,
like all of that.
Right. Both the way he talks, what he's talking about, and just in general,
right.
He would literally be an amalgamation of all those things.
I would imagine if you took the brain alone and blended it, you would be like a United States invalid.
Right.
You wouldn't be able to listen.
And right now, honestly, it's what I want.
Listen.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have been a Bernie bro. I would have rooted for any kind of progressive. But at this point, even the speech that he gave wasn't impressive. It was nice to hear somebody act like someone with a soul and who knew what the fuck they were talking about.
Who,
after
Bernie?
the last 4? No, I'm talking about Biden.
Biden.
Yeah, after the last 4 years of this nonsense and shit that we've heard from the current
that was just because he was lucid at the time of the meeting, but that doesn't mean that.
I don't disagree with you. I'm the first to say, I don't necessarily wish I was voting for Biden, but at the same time, I hope he wins. And I think that was actually. Well, and that's me.
I don't know what the fuck, man. I don't even
it's
know.
hard. And you know what, King?
From my perspective, it's I don't even know what to do anymore.
I get that.
What? And you know what? And I completely I understood exactly I understood your mannerisms as we were talking about the conversation. I get it. I get it.
Because Cliff feels the same way.
I do. I really do. And as much as, let me be 100 with you, because I'm gonna be 100 on this podcast, even though we haven't got enough subscribers for me to be as 100 as I'd like to be. I will be 100. And as much as I talk about not voting, I don't think that I've missed a vote. Now, I've tossed out gimmies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like on that Trump-Hillary, definitely voted for
third party.
The green guy, Gary Johnson or whatever. Or I might have wrote in Bernie. It was one of the two. I either wrote in Bernie or
I did Bernie and I did somebody else.
I gave
there last time.
But what I'm saying is I gave a bow out.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for what could have been. I gave a bow out.
It was like pleading fifth.
No,
I
get that.
In a way.
And you're not the only one. We saw kind of a record number of that kind of approach last year.
But at this specific point in time, like we've talked in previous podcasts, I feel like Trump or a chimpanzee. I'm going to pick the chimpanzee.
Right.
I was going to say, I'll take Trump over Hillary every time. Hillary's fucking nuts.
Listen,
I'll take Trump over Hillary.
I mean, in hindsight, I don't know that I would.
Yeah.
Okay, because that bitch, I think that bitch would have sent us to war.
But at the same time, you know what we wouldn't be dealing with right now? You know what we would have under control with Hillary in charge? COVID. We wouldn't be going back and forth with lockdowns. Like, we would have handled that shit from the jump.
But what kind of control? Would martial law be enacted?
No, because it wouldn't have ever been a problem.
We don't know.
No, yes, we do though. Because if you look at how we handled the Ebola crisis, how we handled
that's exactly what I was about to say.
How we handled swine flu, bird flu, all that shit. Guess what? It was never a fucking problem because we had people
in office through any of those.
But it was
do
also
you
a
understand
Democrat.
Literally any other
you
president.
You really think that
literally any other president?
No, not Democrat. But I'm saying Trump canceled that.
Right.
Trump canceled the disease control unit from his shit.
Literally any other president, it would have been.
I don't know that Hillary would have did that. If I'm just being honest,
I'm not saying that Hillary wouldn't have done something more. I guess you could say precautious. but I just think that maybe it would have been more of an effect on the people themselves.
Okay, so what I'm following
through those lockdowns. That's all
I'm following what Keem is saying. No, I definitely am following what Keem is saying in the sense that, let's be 100. The Clintons and Bill was the clown of the two.
Exactly. Bill was the puppet. Bill was a puppet.
Hillary was Suge Knight. Hillary was Suge Knight.
Yes.
But Bill was Tupac.
But
Bill was Tupac. But Bill was who everybody loved. But Bill was who everybody loved. Tupac.
He's a figurehead. Everybody loved Bill Clinton.
Right. But at the same time, if you had just even a figurehead, a puppet in there, things would not be as bad as they are right now with COVID.
But you know what? I will say, though.
Period.
I'm not going to go that far. I wouldn't go that far. I would never go that far.
And no, I would. You have to...
I would definitely go that far. I would definitely go that far now that I think about it. And I wasn't going to say it. We'll say it now. I feel like it would be, if I'm being honest, if I'm being fucking honest, I feel like the 2016 election, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Was a teeter-totter for power.
Oh, I don't disagree.
And if I'm being honest, I feel like either one of them would have done the same thing in office. And I don't mean the same thing as in the same policies, but I mean the same thing as in abuse power.
No, so here's what I think. I do think that Trump, for the right reasons in terms of the push against the establishment, I think he needed to be elected because I think we needed to show that we didn't have to go with an establishment pick. The flip side of it is Trump has always been a con man. That's his fucking career. So, and from that sense, I think that it was a good thing. And I've heard your commentary about, it brought the racists into the light and blah blah blah. But what I will say is I think it shows that maybe we should be okay with just having an establishment person. Because guess what? We wouldn't have the country shut down for 6 months because of a disease that we should have been able to contain and lock down.
Right. No, I agree. Once again. Now, I don't know how foolish the conversation is, but I definitely agree. Yeah. But what I will say is, I agree. No, I agree. I agree with all that.
So
don't trust. What were you about to say?
So all I was going to say is, my inadvertent was around Biden and how I think if you just took all of the last 4 or 5 presidents before Trump and put them in a blender, it's him. It's direct center. Fucking, I know people are saying like, oh, he's being influenced by the left. No, he's not. He's a fucking moderate candidate, period, on both sides of the aisle.
So like, here's my thing.
He is more fucking Republican than he is Democrat. If the Democratic Party was truly progressive, then Biden would be a Republican.
Right? No, I agree.
I get your whole white people gangbang in politics. Like I get that shit.
They do.
That
Americans
is.
I hear you. I don't disagree. Is
that Keen? Have you never? You might not have known. You might not
I've
have
been hearing that since. No, bro, stop it. You know my parents are old. No disrespect, Mama, I love you. I've been hearing that America's a gang since I was like 4 years old.
Right. Well, I'm just saying that I'm not even saying that America's a gang. I'm saying that
it is.
Politics are white people's gang banging.
No, and I don't disagree with you.
Nobody's dying. Nobody's getting killed.
Dying. But in a way they are because the policies kill off certain people and make other people rich. So in a way they are killing people. But that's not the point. That's not what Mike was trying to say. But if you think about it, it's Bloods, Crips.
Oh yeah, no, we already did this. It's Democrat and Republic Bloodin.
Yeah, Democrat.
Like literally, like it's
right.
Literally, it's the same shit. They're just rich. I feel like it's just being rich. When you're rich, you can call something else just because you have a certain amount of money. When you're broke, you got to call it something else.
Well, this is also why Cliff in the past has said, if you rich, you should be convincing us why we're not robbing you, motherfucker.
Right, 100. No, I didn't say rich. I said you should be able to have up to $1 billion. You should be able to have $499 million. Once you hit 500 million, you should be campaigning like the president as to why the people shouldn't be taking your money. So you should be giving back, trying to help other people out because you have too much money. There's not enough money in the world and you have a lot of it. So if you're not willing to help, then I feel like it's open law to come get you.
Yeah.
Like 100. We got to do away with people like that. And
No.
if that's the way you're going to be, then you've proven to us that you don't really have a place here.
And I don't.
Now, you may be able to live somewhere else on those offshore bank accounts that you got, but not here. You're not welcome.
Yeah. So,
we're dying and starving here.
Right. Well, especially in, the thing
allegedly.
The thing that the stat that I've seen recently is like the top 1% that have increased their wealth by 3 times or have added another half of their wealth during the pandemic. Like that right there is a problem. And honestly, when we got motherfuckers out here dying, getting kicked out of their house, like not having a place to live now because we haven't paused rent, evictions, those types of things. Like,
and that's one thing that I always say. Listen, and I always say that about I always say, listen. Fuck what I say. I ain't shit.
So the last inadvertent
and
thought
I didn't forget what I was going to say, nor did I back down because I was too cowardly to say what I was going to say. It just didn't. There's no point. It didn't. There was no point.
So my last comment on the politics, and then we can move on and we can get into how bad the NBA is.
All right, come on.
The last thing I had was as a self-proclaimed woke white boy.
Yep.
I have real trouble with the Kamala pick, and here's the reason.
The fact
that she's a black woman, I want to like her, and I want her to be
agree.
the VP.
I think that's the only
fact
reason.
That she's an
she's
XDA, fuck her.
I think that's the only reason why they picked her. I don't think her intentions are all that genuine. I just think because she's a woman of color, that's why they picked her, and they know we're gonna eat it up. But they just know the sheep are gonna eat it up.
But I don't.
She's black. She's black.
Right. But I think that's actually the biggest thing is that I haven't seen people eating it up. I've seen progressives be like, "Nah, she's a former DA. She's a DA."
Right.
She only 5'2". Hold up, girl. Let me holler at you. I looked up her biography. You're only 5'2", baby.
You feel differently about her now, don't you?
She looked tall. She looked tall on TV. I don't know.
Too bad she's gonna put you in jail too.
Yeah. Right? She gonna put me straight. Did you breathe in my? Whoa. Nah, hold up. Nah, this don't mean nothing. Yo, she was born 2 days after me.
Who, Kamala? She was born. No,
she was born October the 20th.
You were born.
I was born
2 days
October
after, or 2 days before.
I was born 2 days before her.
Right.
Well, yeah, 2 days after me. It's the shut up,
approximately 40 years ago.
But it's 2 days off. All I'm saying is she's a Libra. I feel like if I was to have a conversation with her, maybe I may understand some things she believes in. I didn't know that was her birthday. I don't know.
But do you think if y'all had the same birthdays and you was in somewhat of the same positions, you would end up being a DA in the war on drugs?
Right.
No, I think I see. I'm the kind of person I can understand your perspective without.
No, I get you on that. And I respect.
So I feel like I would just understand her, but
that's why I fuck with you. That's why I fuck with you because you think that way.
I understand.
But yeah, no, I think that you're right. Whoever said that people just eating it up because she's a black.
Because he's black, just like Obama. I can be honest, just like Obama. People ate up Obama because he was black.
Listen, you got to understand, and
that's why.
Hold that thought because I want you to get it out. But you got to understand, if Joe Biden gets elected, Kamala Harris will be the first black female president.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact, Jack.
Because there ain't no way he's making it 4 years.
I just think
it's very convenient. I think the timing is convenient.
Well, I feel like
it's too convenient.
This is the smartest move on the Democratic campaign.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, she's the closest to right wing that you could have gotten from anyone.
Well, it's the whole Law and Order pick, right? Like that was the play there, is that everybody's talking, and Trump's throwing up his ads right now that basically say Democratic cities are on fire, which, by the way, Columbus, Ohio, Democratic city, downtown's clean. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about here. But the flip side of that is that because she's a DA, it gives them an automatic law and order #anti-black pick.
Right.
And even though she's black, the fact that she is an ex-DA makes her the law and order. It makes Biden's candidacy with her the
Now,
law
you
and
know
order
what?
pick.
With that being, well, we already know they were connected from back in the day on the war on drug shit.
Absolutely. The war
But
on
with
drugs
that being
and
said, though, with that
the
being
crime
said,
bill.
if this is a quote unquote prophecy and that happens and she ends up being there, that then gives her the I almost said judicial decision, but I didn't mean judicial in a sense of law and order. I meant judicial in a sense of Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Are you going to be a Judas to your people? Because at that point, you have a chance to, now we all know that, let's be 100, president only has so much that they can do.
Well, ordinarily, or up until like the last 4 years, I would agree with you. We've certainly seen those limits tested, is what I'm saying.
You're right. But listen, if it's prophetic,
and Obama tested them too, so it's not just Trump.
You're right. If it's, and I'm always with that as well. I always push that envelope also. But if it's prophetic, like people, like I'm going to say, I won't say people, like I'm going to say, then I feel like Biden has the chance to put all the people in the House or the Senate that you need to be Democratic because you're white. And then once you get there, you got Kamala with your decision to make.
Yeah.
Are you going to be a Judas or are you going to be 100? And when I say 100, I don't mean are you going to be for specifically for black people. But at the same time, it's a long time coming. If it's not going to happen with you, this is the perfect opportunity. This is the play. This is the Statue of Liberty play.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And they didn't see you hand it back to the running back.
Right.
So this is one chance we have. It's up to you.
I just think there's no chance. I'm gonna be honest. I think that it's already set. This is just me. I think it's already set in stone. I think she has her orders.
Well,
she
sir,
already
I don't
knows
mean
what she's doing. She has her objective.
I don't mean any disrespect. I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever.
There's no disrespect.
But you said it today, didn't you? You said your parents are older.
Yeah.
So I know you was raised the same way I was.
Yeah.
And there's always hope. Right when you think
no hope, I mean
hope.
For her. There's hope in life. I just meant her. I think no, not life. Excuse me. I'll rephrase. Excuse me. In life, there's always hope.
I'm actually with Keen.
It's gonna get better.
I'm actually with.
I fucks with the homie. Fuck you. I fucks with you.
But her, no. I think she already got her orders.
I
think she knows.
I am completely with Keem. There's no way a black woman comes up through the DA's office.
Yeah, if Obama
slides in.
If Obama didn't do it,
it was too easy.
But what I'm saying, what everybody's not understanding is the stars didn't align with Obama. You feel what I'm saying?
No, he was actually a surprise
you don't think
candidate.
Listen, bro. Listen, let me say.
Okay.
This is a trick play. This is a trick play. Everybody doesn't understand that this is a what do you call it, Mike, as a football coach? Not a trick play. It's a
flea flicker.
That's right, but it's a different word I'm looking for. Can't find it at the moment.
I don't know what you're looking for.
But what I'm saying is Obama wasn't set up like this. You feel what I'm saying?
Obama was a broken play.
Right.
Was a broken play. Exactly was not correct. Supposed to go that way.
And what happened was we had a Willie Beeman. You seen that? Any Given Sunday reference?
Yeah, right.
Where Willie Beeman was the third string quarterback that took him to the championship.
Right.
Now listen, what I'm saying is,
I think Obeezy did his job. I think Obeezy did his job.
He did okay.
Obeezy did something.
He did what he had to do as the first black president. Like
what I'm saying is, listen.
The first.
Let me make my point. Obeezy hiked the ball. Obama hiked the ball.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Obama was Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor looks like a bum as a quarterback because he was expected to do too much with that ball when he hiked it. Now, you look at a Kamala Harris, Joe Biden's hiking the ball.
True.
Nobody's looking at Kamala. You feel what I'm saying? Kamala's coming out the backfield on a wheel route, streaking down the sideline. Nobody thought Kamala would be open for the streak.
And you gotta watch the running back out the back
And you
running the wheel route.
watch from the quarterback. Fools fucking agree. Not only do, listen, with both glasses, fools agree. Luke, where you at, Luke?
You gotta carry the wheel, dude.
I'm
You gotta
looking
carry
at the
wheel.
fucking comments. Where you at, Luke? And that's the only differences that I'm saying is that right now Kamala is running the wheel route. Nobody sees her coming. So if Biden does all he needs to do at that quarterback position, hike the ball, 3-step drop, read his routes, I think she's wide open for whatever she needs to do to take this into wherever she needs to take it.
I would like to agree with you.
Thank you, Mount.
But
cheers, I'll take that.
I would like to agree with you, but I'm leaning more towards Keem's point of she is straight up establishment. I don't know that she's going to be empowered. The flip side of it is what I was trying to say earlier about Barack was Barack couldn't be the change that he needed to be as the first black president. Because guess what? If he had been the first black president who enabled change,
it was too much hate.
No.
It was
and
too
guess
much
what?
hate.
That's the whole reason we got Trump was the rubber band effect anyways.
Michael.
What?
Well, before Michael, Keem, how many cups is this?
2.
How many cups? I can tell you how many shots it is. What do you mean, how many cups?
How many cups is this? You see?
1.
You see 1?
I see 1.
There's definitely
Michael,
2 cups there. If not 3.
Thank you, Michael. Secondly,
what is it, 2?
It's definitely 2. I was just, listen,
I couldn't see the lip. I ain't got my glasses on. Fuck you,
Michael. My question to you is, how full is this glass?
I can say that.
About 3/5. No.
I can go by
about
shots.
A
That's
fifth.
a shot.
About a fifth.
How full
about
is this glass, King?
It's nigga, it's not much.
It's enough to get me fucking drunk is what it is.
Yeah,
Are y'all glass half full or glass half empty? And right now I'm seeing glass half empty motherfuckers on the line. Because all I'm doing is blocking for whoever it is. You feel what I'm saying? And you get me, we talking politics, Mike. I don't usually talk that shit.
No, and this has actually been the most civil conversation we've had about it, so that's good.
Right. and is the lowest amplified my voice has been while having it. But what I will say is my job is to play O-line, baby.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I said I would vote for a chimpanzee before I would vote for Trump. So that means I got to do what I got to do. What that means, get my mail-in ballot or go out and vote with the motherfuckers at the shit. I don't care at the poll.
So my recommendation to everybody is request your mail-in ballot and then drop that shit off at the Morse Road, Franklin County Board of Elections.
That's smart. Where do I do that? What do I do to request my mail-in ballot? I was going to be the guy to show up to the disturbance.
So
I want to go to the vote.
Honestly, if you search
the motherfuckers that show up, what's popping?
If you search Ohio absentee ballot, like it's pretty easy. You fill out a form, you mail it in.
Okay. Either way, even if I don't get it, I'm showing up. Listen, it's right.
Well, and that's what you got to do, because if you don't get it, then you got to show up.
I won't say the address, but anybody that knows where I'm around knows what library to meet me at, motherfucker.
Wait, you know where a library is? No way.
Hey, listen, I only know I only know it was a library because it was a rec center to me. Let's be honest. No, it still is, but I didn't know it for a library. I knew it for the rec.
Oh man! All right.
All right, sports it is. Let's get into sports. We done with that. That was a good.
That was good, and it didn't get contentious, which is nice.
What's that mean? No, I'm just.
I was about to say, Cliff,
now you make me look like an asshole for calling it a trigger warning.
You know what confrontation is.
Does it?
The fuck?
This nigga's stupid. That's my guy right there. Okay, where we at? you know that you're a good guest on the show. I'm gonna just say that for our fans. If I hit you with, that's my guy right there.
I tell you what, we actually have had a couple people shout out Keem and say we need to have Keem on more often.
Oh,
so.
Listen, that's the homie.
He might be able to tag in if I'm having a week that I can't come in. So.
Oh yeah, if you
make that work.
Sure,
I'm cool with that.
Now, what I said, Mike, was, and since we're doing this, we can do it now for live so everybody can see how we get down. I need a crash course, bro. I don't know how the shit goes. Well, motherfuckers will not be getting the title show or the video. It'll just cut in and be like, we in this bitch. What's poppin'?
Well, and that's the thing. So maybe if we do a show next Thursday, maybe we do it from your house, and I'll be there with you.
I gotta
set up, that.
And I can show you how to do it.
I gotta set up.
So if nothing else, we can get the Zoom going on your second monitor. We can get the primary screen to be your laptop to actually be the stream setup. I can walk you through all that. And honestly, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, just generally speaking. So Keem, I know before the show you were talking about, you've got guys that are, folks that are in this game too. Like my whole thing is I want to help other people launch their shit and teach them how to do it. And if they're willing to have them do it under our banner at first, and then we can kind of expand from there. Like, if you notice, our channel is not the Do Fools Agree channel. It is the Foolproof Entertainment Network. And our intent is to kind of build a local kind of podcast
and that's been around for what?
Regime.
So, yeah, I see.
That's been around for almost
Shout
20
out Foolproof
years.
Entertainment.
18 years.
It's been around.
That's been around for 19 years.
Right.
Because I was 15 years old. We had that.
Yep.
Well, we might not have had it the whole time, but we got it back. Is what it is.
We brought it back.
I'm subscribed. I got notifications on. I got all that.
Brought it back. Allegedly.
I like the artwork too.
Where's my soundbite, motherfuckers?
So
funny. I love the glasses. That's sweet.
I'm glad you brought up the artwork. So the artwork is actually a buddy of mine. His name's Tony Connor. He's a graphic designer in the Columbus area. He actually did artwork for our buddies down in Atlanta, the fucking Nobodies podcast as well. So
I need to see that. Did he send you it? Did he send
it was out on Instagram, and I know you don't have an Insta, so I'll send it to you. But yeah, so that's another guy that he's not under our banner per se, but Tony, if anybody's looking for art for a podcast or just looking to get some artwork done. I'd love to put you in touch with Tony Connor. He's a good friend of mine. We both threw together and played football together in high school. We stayed in touch during college. He was a college athlete like myself. He threw weight, hammer, shot, discus out at Kent State, and he's in the area
and a new father.
So he needs whatever we can send his
way.
Big
support for the new dad.
All that.
But really, that's the other side of this is I like promoting, people's business, local businesses. Like you heard us earlier talk about Echo Spirits and what they're doing. Tony's here. Anybody that's a fan of the show that owns their own business, especially in this area, or Keem like yourself, and we'll get to your music here. We won't let that slide by.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're about here. Is about promoting, local. Promoting local, and that's my big thing is that I want to take this Foolproof Entertainment Network and be able to get local voices heard, get local businesses spotlighted, etc. And that's always been my vision for this whole thing. And
Ohio versus everybody.
Ohio versus the world, baby.
Straight up.
Speaking of Ohio versus the world, what's going on with LeBron and the Lakers?
Listen, where you at, Prince? And let me tell Prince to shut the fuck up first and foremost.
He's our number one fan contributor.
Read the chat for me, Mike, so I can get my thought back that I had.
So the chat we got going on right now. Let's see. Most recent, because I'm not scrolling. That's why I wanted to leave the spotlight tonight for Prince. So Malk just saying he wanted to make sure Keem got his voice heard. Uncle Dan. So Zonker DB is my Uncle Dan talking about go Globetrotters? Question mark. Malcolm, I thought I wasn't allowed to. I thought I wasn't allowed to read Malcolm's chats anymore from him talking shit about you. So you want me to skip those ones?
No, continue because
he said, "Right, Cliff Dummy. Right, Cliff.
It's funny how
to do
much
a
of these
podcast
are
book
Malcolm.
for dummies."
my motherfucking.
So I want to launch my podcast for
shit.
2021. I'm gonna start my own content soon.
Wait, that's what Malk said?
Malcolm, you are not allowed to start your own shit unless you're on the Foolproof banner. I'm telling
Tell
you that
Prince
right now.
to shut the fuck up before I purple rain these blows down on his bitch ass.
Damn. That's deep.
I love you, Prince. Maybe it was
It's fire. It's fire. It's going loud tonight.
Yeah, but Malk, this is for you. Lakers ain't getting it. Charles Barkley said that the Trailblazers is sweeping them. I don't see a sweep happening. I don't see a sweep happening, but I do see the Trailblazers beating the Lakers, and I'm gonna tell you why. Simply because LeBron and Anthony Davis are the what do you call it? They're the cabaret. They're Moulin Rouge. You feel what I'm saying? They're the high kickers, if you will. Now Dame and CJ McCollum don't play their position. You can try to put LeBron on Dame, but he's not going to be able to play defense and offense for 47 minutes. Or 46 or whatever, 48 minutes. It's not going to happen. So what I mean by that is you got two people in an off position that you can't guard. So it's up to your backup players to guard CJ and Dame. You didn't do a good job getting backup players, though. Let's be honest. You just wanted shooters behind you and AD, which is why I don't see you getting out of this specific series. It's just not going to happen, in my opinion.
That's true.
That's just the way I'm not gonna say that LeBron can't make magic.
No, that's true. They're very two-way. But yeah, it's a numbers game. Like there's more of them. There's a Dame and there's a CJ.
Dame is injured.
LeBron, I mean, it's a dislocated finger. He'll be all right.
Oh yeah,
he'll be all right. I bet he'll be back with that. It's not that bad.
Is it his offhand?
No, you know. Hold on, let me talk. You know,
I know you know basketball.
I've been with sports.
I know you know basketball.
I've played. Like I'm not just like someone who talks about it.
I know.
Played it.
I know, bro.
I've had the same injury that he just sustained. I promise you he will be back at least at 90, 85, 90%. Dislocated fingers are not that bad.
And listen, Dame at 85, 90% is still a problem because he didn't do much in this last game and they still got him by what, 7?
Yep.
Come on, Mal. Come on, Prince. Come on now, man.
I mean,
now, I'm not saying they sweep him.
Actually, I don't think, unless he's left-handed, I don't even think it was his offense. I think it was.
He said Rondo coming back. But
I think Rondo is supposed to come back.
That is good for defense, but Rondo coming back cold though. He coming off the couch, bro.
Yeah. It's not going. Rondo coming back is not going to change much.
So since you said that, I'm glad because you sent that text to the chat. How do you feel about what Shannon Sharp said that? Well, it might not have been Shannon. I take that back.
Oh, it is his left hand. Okay, Michael's right. It's his offhand.
Okay, that's cool. But allegedly, it wasn't Shannon. I can't remember who it was, but they said that the whole reason that they feel that Dame is going off like this is because of what your boy said about him. Not Skip. What's the dude with the hairline?
Shannon. I mean, not Skip. With
the hairline.
Max Kellerman.
Was it? No, Kellerman? Not Max with the hairline. The black dude. Stephen A. Didn't they saying that Steph Curry was the better shooter in
than Dame?
Yeah, and
I mean, I feel like Steph is a better shooter than Dame, but Dame is proving himself to be at that animal level.
I want Dame over Steph.
Dame is better in the paint than Steph.
Definitely that. Every time. I'm not even thinking that way. I'm just thinking Steph is going to hit him throughout the game. But when it come down to it,
when
I'm
it counts.
putting the ball in Dame's hands.
But let's look at the strategy they've always had. They put the ball in Clay's hands sometime before Steph.
Right.
So let that prove something to you. They do it. They give Clay the ball straight up. You feel me? You gotta take me on that one. They give Clay the ball.
Agree, sir.
You know, Steph will do it, but you notice when Clay was injured, that's the only reason Steph got it. If Clay hadn't been injured this last go, Clay would have took the shot.
Agree, sir. We agree on that. But I feel like, but how do you feel about that? You answered the question. How do you think that this is where? No, ain't no sorry. Do you think that this is where Dame's go off is coming from, like the criticism type shit? Like,
oh, I think it's deeper than the criticism. I think he has people in his corner that are positive. I think Dame has a good team, and I think it's the criticism. And he's, you know, Dame's always been. It makes sense what he's doing because Dame's always been humble. Dame's never been an animal. Dame's always just, you know, I'm cool. I'm gonna eat you niggas, but I'm cool.
I agree, Prince.
He's finally moving into that. I don't give a fuck how you feel. He's finally like in that mindset, and is transcending in his game. That's what I think. He's finally letting go. He's letting that ultra instinct out. You know what I'm saying?
I think that was a great answer. Counter with, because right now you're on the stand. And you're not on the stand because I'm a defense. Right now, I feel like I said that backwards because I'm the plane air, because I'm the what is it?
You're the Kamala. You're the prosecutor.
No, I'm not the Kamala. That was perfect. I'm not the Kamala.
I go to jail. Shit.
I'm trying to feed you. I'm trying to toss my G alley-oops on the answers. But since then, I have also heard, since this bubble shit is what I mean, they've been talking about Carmelo because Carmelo been doing all right as well. Do you feel like this is the perfect situation? Because this is how I feel. So this may be a biased question, but do you feel like Carmelo has lost the ability to thrill or work off of the crowd? So this is his best shot at making something happen with no sound.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Because everybody's always said Carmelo's the best player on the court in practice, but in the game, when his ego's involved and the noise is coming, that's when he makes dumb decisions. Right now, it doesn't seem that he has been.
Yeah. I think. Well, hold on. Now that I got a moment, let me backtrack. Wait. Let me backtrack real quick. Malcolm made a point. Malcolm said on the last thing we said that this whole thing with Dame came from the Clippers. I just want to say, Malcolm. It's the Clippers. It's the Clippers. But it's also, like, I see it in the comments. It's also Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless was attacking Dame. That pissed Dame off.
You right,
and
Prince.
The Clippers were attacking Dame.
That's
all I wanted to say on that. That's all I want to say on that. Now, I feel like as far as the situation, refresh me again. What? Just the ending. What?
It was. Do you feel that he has an advantage with working without the crowd? You know what I mean?
Mellow.
Right.
I think Mellow. I think yes. The crowd. You know what? I'll be as completely honest as possible on this podcast because I feel comfortable and I like this podcast. I think it has nothing to do with the crowd with Melo. I think Melo has dealt with crowds enough in his life. I think Melo is just finally understanding that he's not young anymore. That's not your job anymore.
He's not the shooter anymore.
Okay.
You know, that's not you anymore. And I think he's accepting that. Like, okay,
listen,
it's okay for me to step down.
Listen,
for a second. I think that's what it is.
Inside of 25, I would give it to Melo just as fast as I would give it to Dame.
Yeah, for sure. But outside that 3-point line or just outside, I'm not giving it to Melo.
No, sir. It better be a corner shot. It better be a corner.
He better be wide.
Right.
He better be wide. And he might still miss, bro. He's just at that point now. He might still miss. But inside that that mid-range.
He's buckets. He's buckets.
Every time.
How old
He's
is
buckets
Carmelo
over
these
LeBron.
Days? Yes. LeBron can't shoot. I'm going to chill out, but LeBron can't fucking shoot. I'm going to say this to everybody on this podcast listening right now, all 11 of you beautiful people. LeBron James cannot shoot the ball. LeBron James can't shoot.
You know what's ironic, though?
His shot over time. He can't
You know
shoot.
what's ironic, though? It's funny that you say that because you're absolutely right, and fools definitely agree. But what LeBron does do well is he does plays well. What he'll do is he'll master that. He'll master that fadeaway or that fall back, that shot. He'll master that corner, not that corner three. You know what I mean? But that
it's
right
like adjacent
at the corner of the
it's
key.
That adjacent.
Right. He'll master all the shots
hook
that he feels comfortable with taking, and I'm not mad at that.
No.
Yeah, I like the shots he takes, but when I watch him shoot, for instance, there's a meme going on Instagram. There's a meme going on Instagram right now. He crossed somebody nice, right? Took him right, boom, behind the back. Dude slid off. He shot it, clank, brick,
right,
all by himself. He's just not a natural shooter.
Listen, I give my little bro Peas. He got work on the court. He got work on the court. I give him that. It's certain people that you would take to a pickup game that you know play decent, and it's certain people that you know it's like, put it like this. If I went to the places that I usually play basketball at and I brought King, I would probably bring the strap as well.
Yeah, because they be mad as fuck.
And I'm just being 100.
Seriously.
My G really does have something.
Like what movie was that when that kid got killed because he was nice? It was Fresh. I've almost been Fresh a couple times. Like, I mean, doing dudes dirty. Dudes putting money. Dudes betting on it. Like, I bet he don't hit that shot, and I hit that shot.
The only reason Derrick Rose made it to the league is because he had big bros. You feel what I'm saying?
He was gang banging. He had to sell himself to that. He has it tatted on his hand. Remember, I'm from Chicago. I know that Reaper. He got the Reaper tat on his hand. He had to squat in so them niggas wouldn't fuck with him. He was that good. They say, you gonna join this gang, nigga, or we gonna take your knees. We gonna take your knees out, bro.
What's that Reaper from Chicago? Because I know it's not no stone. Is it a GD set?
I ain't about to get that accurate with nothing. I ain't been out there in years, but I know that Reaper on his hand is the set that he claims.
It's gotta be. Yeah,
the Reaper on his hand is the set that he claims, but I don't know if it's GD or GD. I don't know, but I know it's a set. It's definitely a set.
It's gotta be GD.
Yeah. And that's no snitching shit.
Allegedly. See, that's why I feel like I need the allegedly. But I feel like that allegedly was more so for the people so they don't know how much I know than how much, because that I wouldn't say allegedly to.
I've just seen the Reaper more than once. Like, I'm from Gary, Indiana. And even over in Gary, which isn't far from the south side of Chicago, it's maybe 40 minutes. They go hard there too.
Them white boys go hard there too.
They bring all their shit to this side. Like, Gary, there's a lot of shit that goes on, but there's a border. Gary and East Chicago are a different kind of realm from the rest of Indiana. Everybody from Chicago bring their bullshit to East Chicago. That's how it worked. When I was little, that's how it worked. So I've seen that Reaper tattoo on other people. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, well, I know. I don't know, but I would damn near bet my life savings. I would bet my life savings as a GD set.
Yeah, I don't doubt you. But yeah, he definitely, that's the only reason why he made it. Shit, a lot of them. Who else? Lou Will. Oh, Lou Will. Lou Will's known for how many people in his entourage hang with him, and they all set it up. They all squatted up.
I fuck with Lou too. I fuck with Lou too. My like, nigga was the truth. Group. What they call him from Washington? What they call him?
I can't think of what his
name is. I know his real name, Gilbert Arenas, but they called him something.
Shannon Sharp calls him Lap Dance Lou.
See, now listen, you're on the right track though, because it wasn't anything about his basketball. It was something.
It wasn't. He got a real country nickname. It's like some country shit. I'm looking for it right now. Oh, Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou. That's
not even what I'm thinking.
It says he only has 3. Lou, Sweet Lou, and Mighty Mouse. Those are the only names.
Now I know all that.
Officially.
Now when he got caught for pulling his strap out on the nigga in the locker room, though.
Oh, they probably
started calling him. They probably
called him Gilbert.
You stupid as fuck. They said, Gilbert, come out here right now. Put your hand.
Gilbert Williams.
Nah, but they called him something after that, like something ignorant, like
I don't know. I don't remember it. I'm trying to look it up.
It's not. It don't got nothing to do with basketball. It's like an ignorant. It's like an ignorant nickname.
It has to do with the charge.
Right, or something like that. Yeah, I can't think. That's funny though. But
I straight call him Gilbert. I'll be like, damn, Gil.
Listen, he pulled a strap out on you like that, you gonna be saying, fuck Gil, sir, leave me out of this.
Come on. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like, you can do that, and I'm not gonna really change. I'm gonna be like, all right, well,
right.
You want to smoke me, bro? I mean, you better hope I die.
Right.
That's the kind of thing.
You ready to live with these consequences?
You better hope I die, because if I don't die, I got something for you. You better hope I die.
Mike been in a couple of situations like that.
You better hope I die, man.
In a bathroom or two.
If y'all
want to bust a move, it's
on
y'all.
Crazy.
Right.
Listen, I always get. I'm not no scary motherfucker. If you want to bust a move, Just make sure you get to what you're going.
Look at Malcolm. Malcolm said Luka Doncic is a beast, which is facts. He said been killing the Clippers while Lou Williams was at Magic City eating wings.
Well, that's because Luka hasn't been in the country long enough to know about Magic City. If we're being fair. Only if we're being fair. Have you seen Luka Doncic's mom?
No, what about her?
Look her up. She
oh God.
She a baddie on the low.
Oh, all right.
I can see that.
Them Russian, Ukrainian, them all them
He's Slovenian. He's Slovenian.
Whatever, you know them aliens.
Yeah, it's the Russian Republic. It's the Russian Republic.
Right.
Those Eastern European, Western Russia.
Why is Luka Doncic's mom the 3rd top trending thing when you look up his name?
I told you.
That's funny.
That's
funny. It's the 3rd. I just put in Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic's mom is 3rd.
You gotta watch the trending.
Have you seen her? Did you look at her?
Oh hell nah. She all right. She got a big ass. I ain't got nothing against big foreheads, but she all right. She look young.
Nah.
She looks young. I can see what makes her pretty. She looks young, but she's not my type. All right.
Well, she's definitely not my type. She's blonde.
She's not blonde. She's a brunette.
Oh well, that's
she's a
not
brunette.
The
she got brown.
That
she got
can
brown.
change day
she
to
got
day
brown
anyways.
hair.
That's not the picture I seen. I seen the picture with her.
I see the picture. She has blonde tips. She be dyeing her hair. She got blonde tips.
That might be what I'm thinking then.
Yeah, because she's gray at the bottom. She's trying not to show her age. No, it is right. I'm looking at the brunette picture now. It's gray.
He said no, it is.
Gray. It's gray at the bottom, and then there's another pic where it's blonde at the bottom. She's getting old.
I trust you. Is that what that is? I trust you. I trust you. But she's gray at the bottom. Listen, she'll still get hit though.
Oh yeah, if I was drunk, and she's like, "Oh, you are a rapper. You are a good rapper."
I said
I like
Steph Curry mom fine too. Well, that's different though.
We're not gonna talk about Steph.
That's different though.
We're not gonna talk about Steph Curry's mom.
First of all, Malk, you would not be his stepdaddy.
Oh my God.
That's first off, Malk. You would not be Steph Curry's stepdad.
She is so fine. Like that.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Steph Curry is taller than you, Malk. Let me explain, King.
Steph Curry's a big guy.
He
Steph
says,
Curry.
Ralph says fools agree.
People think he's little, bro. That's a big dude.
Listen. Steph Curry is taller than you, Malk, and you are not toxic enough for as short as you are to pull somebody like that. See me, I'm toxic.
You are not toxic enough for how short you. What kind of
they
shit
they be interested when you toxic.
Oh man,
they're interested when you're toxic and when you're quiet. Like that's me. I'm toxically quiet. Like everybody be having a great fucking time, and I'm just off to the side. Like, woo. I don't know. I can be very antisocial.
I like that. That's the spook by the door shit. To take everything in. That's why I know. Yeah. That's why I guess you're a part of the bunch for a reason.
Right.
That's why I know I can go holler at Keem and say, "What you seen? You seen anything? Everything good? You seen anything? No, you ain't seen nothing. Then we can continue kicking it."
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna be a thing. I'll be like, bro. I mean,
but if you see something, let me know. So.
Of course. Niggas, I communicate. I just can't communicate with everybody. But if you were there, I could communicate with you.
My G, you wouldn't be on the podcast if
no
it
doubt.
was a situation where we couldn't communicate.
Absolutely.
Malcolm, you nasty. Don't be talking about your dimensions on the podcast. tall where you need to be. Ain't nobody worry about you, yellow.
He talking about what were we talking about? The what's the young lady? See, I stopped myself.
There you go. Well done. I'm impressed.
Steph Curry's mom?
There we go. The young lady, Steph Curry's mom.
Oh,
she's like 58.
Man. She's still a young lady. At least she looks it.
She is.
There you go.
She fine, man.
So,
she is
Cliff,
fine.
just to kind of check
toxic femininity.
Allegedly?
Luca's mom.
Isn't that where we're at right now?
Luca's mom definitely looks like his girlfriend. I'll say that. That's how.
Isn't that where we're at right now? We don't know women or men. We're at toxic femininity.
I do have a question for you, Cliff. Kind of shifting gears from the NBA. So, I figure we won't touch on the NHL too much, other than the fact the Jackets are out, which surprises nobody.
I know.
We are notorious for making the playoffs and then losing in the first round.
We went to the finals that one year.
We've never been to the finals of the Stanley Cup. We made the second round one year, one time.
What's it, the second round?
Yeah, it was just the second round.
It was a couple years after they came. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, well,
whatever.
no, we made the second round like a couple years ago. It wasn't.
Oh no, I was talking about.
No, we've only made the playoffs like a handful of times. We've only made it out, I think, once. UFC, man, we didn't talk about it last week. So heading in, so it was Stipe and Cormier. We didn't.
They fought.
Oh yeah, no, they went a third time. So I wasn't even sure if you were aware. I almost called you last weekend to be like, you want to get the fight, but
what are you doing? We could have did a companion.
It was. I had. I had family stuff.
I see the hand. I see the hand.
But yeah, no, Stipe won universal decision in the 5th round. So
wait, what'd you say?
I said Stipe won via universal decision. So it wasn't.
That's understandable, though. That's understandable. Like the first win that Cormier got, God bless him. It was meant to be because it happened, but that was a lucky knockout.
Yeah.
Wasn't a.
I'm with you. I don't disagree at all. I think what's
interesting
is
Cormier. It looks like Cormier.
Cormier.
But it looks like Cormier. It looks like Cormier, right?
Cormier. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just making sure I got the right guy. No, I get it. I speak. I speak a little bit of Bantu. I speak a little bit of Pidgin, and that has French in it. So
a little French, you know.
I see you.
Parlez-vous français?
Je m'appelle that nigga.
So there were 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5.
I'm watching it right now, and this shit got crazy.
I might have to look at the highlights. I didn't know about that, Michael.
We might have to bring that back. I'll bring it back next time.
Yes.
Hey, I don't think it was lucky. He's tagging the fuck out of Buddy, man.
It was
he poked him in the eye though. He did poke him in the eye.
Who? Which one? The black dude.
Stipe poked Cormier in the eye.
So,
Cormier is the black guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stipe poked Cormier in the eye, bad.
So I do think, Cliff, that, and like I said, I didn't realize the fight was going on until kind of the day of. But in a couple of, I think there's one scheduled for September or late September, early October. And
okay, time out.
We'll have to plan on doing a companion.
I'm glad you brought that up. Give me 5 seconds. Y'all continue a conversation.
Is this just the first time you're leaving during the show?
It sure is.
My under-over is fucked.
What did I tell you? I get shit done when I say I'm gonna get shit done. So stop it.
So while Cliff
it's not bad.
So while Cliff
we've been on the podcast for 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
that's
no
his
doubt.
First time leaving.
And I
that's
stepped out before he did, so I got nothing to say. Hey, Keem, just because we are, because he stepped away, got a question. You want to? So for those that don't know, Keem is a local artist here in Columbus. Keem, you want to introduce this video, and we could play your video while we wait for him to come back, and you could talk about it a little bit, talk about what you're doing, talk about your music, all that. So if you want to kind of intro it, and then I'll kick it off, and I'll let you know kind of when it's done playing, all that.
Yeah, cool, no problem. I appreciate it. So I mean, the video he's gonna play is called Big Deal. Big Deal is just a song that I created just to kind of introduce my album. I have an album coming out called The Other Side.
Awesome.
That should be debuting in either September, October-ish, maybe October, just because I want it to be right. But the video just consists of some fun, some antics, being in a grocery store. I like to use metaphors to describe my music and my work ethic. So I created this song and this visual to show, like, you could compare music to shopping. You know, you got to go out, you got to get your ingredients, you got to get this right, you got to get that right, you got to mix it all together. I'm preparing myself for the big deal, which is the album's release. And, you know, I try to give everybody different kind of content that's fun and enjoyable, and, you know, something people can sit back and just really just bask in, I guess. You know, I like to bring in the recipient of my projects.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of fun for me.
And I think it's evident in the video. So what we're gonna do right now, Clip, since you just getting back, what we're gonna do right now is we're just gonna roll Keem's video, and then we'll let him talk about it. I'll tell y'all right now, I don't think the audio is gonna come through on our side, but we'll come back. I'll bring everybody back, and then we can talk about it for a minute.
1 minute.
Go ahead.
Before we run it, King.
Yes, sir.
When I'm gonna get my feature?
When do you want it? I remember all that shit you was talking like niggas got.
Stop playing. You don't let me know.
Niggas gotta come. Cause I didn't know you would grace me with a feature. I didn't know.
Stop playing with me.
How would I know that?
So now y'all gotta trade that up.
How would I know? That's fine though. You can actually come through. I've been trying to get you to come through. You see what I'm sitting on. I use this to make music. I just know how to. I just know how to cross it over. I just know how to cross it over to do something else. But that's what I use. So it's here. Just pull up.
Look, wait, okay. I'm definitely going to oblige you and stop playing with me, because I'll come through tomorrow. Luke, are we talking Bert Kreischer? Are we talking dress code as in I kept my shirt on? Because if so, I'll oblige you.
Well, I think what's interesting is we talked about earlier how we like promoting our friends and promoting other businesses.
That's
the fucking Nobody's podcast. Our buddy Aaron, that's his show. And you've seen me rock that shirt on this show before, too. So, with all that being said, though, Keem, any final words to introduce the video before we get it rolling?
Laugh, enjoy. Whatever you get from it is what you get from it. I have fun making it, and I do this stuff for y'all. I do this stuff for people to have fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'll definitely give it its fun. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that going.
Yeah, I'm chillin' in my energy. They hating from afar. We been taking shots at any. We been chillin' at the bar. Tell the big booty bitches come and kick it with the real. Know that pussy on the aquatic when she feel. It's a big deal. Yeah, I've been chillin' in the field. Everybody asking me what I've been on, and I've been gone, and I've been through that zone, and then I'm home. I be Working till the sun is gone, it's a big deal. Yeah, it's a big thrill. You know that mommy be moving just for the big chill. Yeah, live your best life, you better keep it trill. Okay, she thick, you know I keep it real. But I be moving for dollars, she shaking ass on the camera. She got them bags in the bag, baby be moving for Santa. You know I gotta get it, and you know I gotta get rid of it. She give me that. When she made a decision, I don't care if it's your mama or your auntie to switch her. I be in the studio, bench pressing them bitches. Like, yeah, I lead with the digits. It's Prince Hakeem in the kitchen. It's so lit when it's simple. She said she nervous to meet me. Had to smile at the greeting because that ass so fat. I can see why she tripping. Yeah, we moving so fast, so we took up the scenic. Had to switch up the topic. It's the other side, bitch. Come and see how we rockin'. Yeah, I'm chillin' in my energy. They hating from afar. We been taking shots at Henny. We been chillin' at the bar. Tell the big booty bitches come and kick it with the real. Know that pussy on aquatic when she feel. It's a big deal. Yeah, I been chillin' in the field. Everybody asking me what I've been on, and I've been gone, and I've been through that zone, and then I'm home. I be working till the sun is gone. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal. You know I'ma be moving just for the big chill. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Hey. Yeah.
Touch shit and none of you wash your hands.
So wait.
after walking out the grocery
I
store.
gotta.
None of you do it.
Hold on. I fucked up. So I muted us so that the video would play, and then I forgot to unmute us. So I'm gonna reload that conversation so that the podcast version understands what's happening. So when we got back from the video, my question to Keem was, "Yo, how you doing all that?" When I first watched the video, I was like, is this pre-COVID or during COVID? And then I watched the video again, and I saw the masks. Keem, how you just hopping up on shit with during COVID, just like crawling over groceries and shit?
I mean, I had to do what I had to do. You know, like they used to say back in the day, do it for the vine. Do it for the vine. You know, you got to do it for the YouTube. Man.
Right, no doubt.
No Gatorades were harmed in the filming of that video.
Were harmed in the filming. You know, no products were destroyed. Giant Eagle was very courteous in my venture. Right. Very courteous. Shopping
Keem took his temperature beforehand, I'm sure, to double check.
Yeah, man.
He had a negative COVID test and everything.
Yeah, I feel like there's a it's my job. You know, people gotta understand it's my job to do these things, and I'll do anything to entertain. I've accepted that about myself. So you know, I do whatever I gotta do, man.
Yeah, the show must go on. I get that, Cliff.
Listen, I ain't mad at you.
So what else you want to talk about your album? I hear it's dropping on September 11th. How you feel about that?
Yeah, see, I wouldn't even listen, I couldn't even do nothing that crazy. See, I talk to his people. See, what y'all don't know is I talk to his people. Right. I didn't talk to his people. And I'm dropping a single on the 12th of September.
I know that's right.
Because I want to give a day, of course, to the veterans. You know, that was a tragedy that happened to a lot of unsuspecting people. And to those unsuspecting people, I give my full condolences and heart out, and we celebrate their lives on that day.
Amen.
But I am releasing a single the day after on Saturday, because we all know everybody's gonna drink the day after 9/11 anyway. It's just true.
Let's be 100. Motherfuckers is drinking on 9/11.
Everybody's gonna drink.
Well.
Everybody. So there will be new music from me. It's called IDCEST. To translate, it's I Don't Care Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, all right, I like that.
It's a freestyle that I came up with. I make something people don't know about me. I make my music completely alone. Typically, I do not have a group. My studio is in my home. I don't have a team. I have a team, but they don't. You know,
not your next one.
What you mean?
Not your next one. Your next one, you ain't gonna be alone.
The Crown Prince of the Clique, OE,
no,
Old English,
no,
150 proof.
You right,
Listen,
but I mean, as far as creation-wise, I create alone typically.
Let me tell you something.
So I do have a question for. I want to ask Keem just a question on that. So I understand. I hear what you're saying in terms of you create alone. Do you produce in terms of, do you make your music in terms of beats, all that, or do you have somebody you work with?
I have somebody I work with for that. Okay. I purchase beats. Shout out to Sailor the Boat. That is the producer for the album. I have one producer for the entire project.
That's awesome.
It should be at least 13 songs. He's from Louisiana. Great guy.
Well,
awesome sound.
Stick with me, young buck. You may or may not need to pay for beats.
Yeah. I understand. I mean, show me what the
I know,
like.
I know how popping you are, right? I already know that much, and I know people that would be willing to give shit up for. I don't want to say a return, like to sound like some, like some bookie type shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what it is, though. At the end of the day.
But I only say that to say that even if a return didn't come back, you off the strength of my name anyway. So
facts.
We could work that out. That's not unworkable.
Okay. I'm down with that. I just, I work my job, and paying for things isn't like a downside. Bro. I feel like I pay my dues. I'm just speaking on it. I feel like I pay my dues to get through. I feel like I have to pay to succeed in this game at somewhere. Now, the blessings that I do get for free, like this podcast, for instance, this podcast is worth money. People should pay to be on this platform. I'm blessed enough to be on this for free. I'm blessed enough to be on this for free. You see what I'm saying? So I take my blessings where they are, but I also spend money where I need to too, because it's just good for the name.
Well,
I am a businessman. At the end of the day, you spend money to make money.
Right. And I take
my blessings.
And I hear you on that. And that's our relationship with Tony, and that's our relationship with Echo Spirits. Like, it's not like we got this shit for free. But exactly. I am always going to support those, because guess what? When I need something from those folks, and I know if I've been doing what I can to promote them, that they got my back too. So I think that's the kind of thing we're looking at.
Just don't forget Clifford Jordan Jennings as well.
Come over tomorrow. I told you.
Oh, I'll be there.
I told you what to do.
Guaranteed I'll be tomorrow. But what I will say, though,
bring your sisters, nigga, if you have to. I don't give a fuck. Pull up. Bring them. Fuck.
Well, just Keem, I don't know. Keem, I don't know if you know this, but like when Cliff was regularly recording music, it was here. It was at the studio here in our house, in my house. Like, that's how we came up with that.
Oh yeah, we lived there. What you mean?
So Cliff lived with me, and even before that, like, his music when we were 13, 14, 15 was done in my mom's house. Like,
yeah.
So we've been on that trap for a minute, and
even
honestly, when we got back on this front, that was the genesis of it all, was kind of the rap game back in the day. And I'm never gonna be a rapper or anything like that, but like, I enjoy being a part of this.
You can hold
kind
a
of
beat.
Process.
You can hold a flow.
Some days
you can hold a flow better than these motherfuckers doing nowadays.
No doubt.
Even on that topic, you know who you remind me of? Because what you just said makes sense. Like, even though you don't rap, you like being a part of hip hop. You remind me of DJ Vlad. That's what's crazy. See, I like Vlad. That's not an insult.
I do like
to me.
Vlad too.
I like Vlad. He reminds me of Vlad. Like even the way he talks shit, the whole vibe of this podcast. He reminds me of Vlad.
You are 100% correct. You are 100%
like
correct.
You're definitely going somewhere with what you're doing, Mike. Seriously, you.
But what I will say is, Keem, just make sure all the emails come to your email.
Yeah.
Not to anyone else.
There was one fucking instance.
You may miss
dude.
out on overseas
Swedish
endeavor.
radio, and I can't even tell you that was a real thing.
I mean, do y'all have my email? I only got one.
I'm just saying. Make sure you hire the right people.
I want to point out that shit came out 2 years after the last song that we ever recorded.
But they was hot, and they still hot to this day.
They are, and I mean,
bet we can still make money off them to this day.
I told you, I'm waiting for you to die in a tragic accident, and I'm releasing all your shit.
Well, you might, and listen, you might get that sooner than later. Is all I'm saying.
Don't say that.
Just make sure
you better
pay
not,
my
motherfucker. I need you for this show now.
Just get my people right.
Don't make me find another. Co-host. I can't do that right now.
Listen,
I got too much shit going on.
Purpose. I made it this far, but I'm not gonna stop living fast. And you remember the motto.
Right. Actually, it's on one of the shirts I got right back here.
Yeah, we ain't living fast, dying young no more.
Right,
We a little older. We living fast, dying middle age.
middle age.
And I may succeed that, and if so, I applaud it. If not,
all right, man. Hey, we had about 2 hours. I think we go ahead and wrap this shit up. Keem.
You know what?
Or do you got something else? You got something else where you want to go?
I have one more thing before we go.
Okay.
I have one more thing.
Go for it.
And only because you brought it up.
Who brought it up? Me?
Yes. The Batman and Superman National Coalitions.
Batman.
It's definitely Batman, but I don't know what you're talking about. You still talking politics?
Yes, I thought. That's only.
I got you. I figured that's where you were going with it.
Right. That's the only thing I know. The DNC, the DC United Coalition,
the Justice League, if you will.
If you will.
Is he talking about the deep? You talking about the deep state?
No, he's just talking about the DNC in terms of Democratic National Convention. What you got? I did like how Obama and Michelle both talk shit on Trump and didn't have to use his name.
Listen, let me say, with that being said, Obama and Michelle are they're the Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage of this speech shit.
The mega powers. Yeah, bro.
Now, what I was gonna say is what I don't like about the politics is, and this is the number one reason why I say it's white people gangbanging, is because, as we all know, they don't beef with each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they're sitting in that room, in that conference room, they don't beef with each other.
True.
Nope, they just talking, buddy.
Right, just like neighborhoods, just like gangbanging, just like neighborhoods. We don't beef with each other if we know each other. But the issue is not knowing each other. And the problem right now is the fact that we have been brainwashed, just like the video games, wind it all the way back to Call of Duty, like I was saying.
Yep.
We have been brainwashed to believe that we are enemies just because we don't agree. So I feel like if we are going to continue on this path of politics, you don't agree with that sentiment, Mike?
So I think the only thing that I would disagree with is, it's weird for me to be the white guy saying this.
Say it.
If somebody believes that you as a person should not exist,
That's different though.
There's no coming to a common ground there.
I agree.
I'm with you on your sentiment. But when there are people like straight up white supremacists,
fools agree, bro. Fools agree.
I can't get on board with that. I can't negotiate with that.
Listen, but the difference is, and I won't even say a difference. The fact is, this has always been this way.
Agreed.
For us,
right.
at least.
No, I get that.
For us, this has always been that way. So we'll handle shit as we come to it. We'll cross bridges as we come to it. The issue is that, and I don't want to get off topic, but the issue is that now we have a president to where we have to recross bridges we already thought we burnt down. That's where we're at right now. But what I was saying before, what was I saying before?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah. I got it. If we're going to live in this world where we're going to pit people against each other, whether it be Democratic, Republican, Crip, or Blood, for that matter, anything, then I feel that the people that does that should have to put their ass on the line, if that makes sense. Meaning, if you're going to be a political candidate for presidency and you're going to pit people against each other, maybe y'all should fight.
But I think that that's also the problem is that, and it's funny because I just watched.
Wait, before you say that, because I know you're going to say some real profound shit, and I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
I've been
good.
trying to be good about that. But what I'm going to say is maybe y'all should fight, because what it comes down to is it's not people that's really willing to stand on what they claim they stand on. And you're only going to know what somebody's going to stand on if you put them in a situation where you have to make them stand on it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that a female candidate should have to fight a man, even though we're arguing equality. But undone. But what I will say is, even if you feel that way and you have a man that's willing to stand for you, whether you're a Hillary or a Kamala and you're fighting against a Trump, y'all got to bang it out. And you got to, what? And you got to stop the toxic femininity, because that's what it comes down to. Sometimes you need people to bang it out for you, and you can't bang it out for yourself.
So my only point on that is that, and it's funny that you're bringing that up in this context. I think that having gone back and watched debates with both Romney and John McCain, Obama versus McCain and Obama versus Romney.
Okay, I thought it was Bush and
Well, no, because Bush was a two-term president, so it was Obama McCain, I think, the first time, and Obama Romney the second.
Okay, time. I see what you're saying.
But there was civility there, and both of them were trying to speak to everyone. Like the whole point of where I think we've gone wrong as a country in terms of our presidential candidates is that we allowed it to be them talking to one side versus the other.
Right.
Whereas before Trump, like, politicians tried to talk to both sides. And that right there is the problem, is that we decided to play one side against the other, and that's why Trump has been a terrible president. It's not that I agree with the fact we needed somebody that was anti-establishment. I am disappointed in the fact that it had to be at the expense of dividing us as a people. And not saying that we weren't divided before that, but like playing to the middle and playing to the majority, the silent majority in the middle is better than playing to either end.
Right.
So
Yeah, I agree there, but the fact of the matter is, and we're not gonna get back.
And
into
you know
it,
me, I lean way left. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know.
You know, I lean more right than you with my black ass. I agree,
and I understand that. I think the
I
flip
feel like
side of it
I'm
is
more of
deep
a
down,
centrist,
though, I would
and I feel
rather,
like you're a little more left of that.
I am a little more left, but at the same time, I'm with you. I have no problem voting for a centrist candidate. The only reason I didn't vote for Romney was because of some of his views on
You
like
know
gay
what?
rights. Like
I'm ashamed of myself that I know what a centrist
you
is.
shouldn't be ashamed of yourself because I think that's what you are.
Why are you ashamed of yourself for not being ignorant? What?
Right. Thank you, Keem.
Like that kind of that's toxic. That kind of goes with like a toxic.
What did I say I was from the jump? I said that's why
toxic.
Because
But you said it's a shame. I know, but that's why
it is though. And the only reason why I say that is
not even you. I know that's just you, not even you. The
right.
reason what I'm saying is that's a form of toxic behavior that black people have.
You're
it
right.
Also goes in. It also goes into
You're right.
you talk white. Why is talking proper or speaking well talking white?
We got into that 2 weeks ago, Keem. I'm with you.
Like I don't think people realize how belittling that is. Like you're literally gratifying another race with intelligence and denouncing your own.
And trust me,
because you enunciate.
And trust me, I know a whole lot more ignorant white people than I do ignorant black people.
That's toxic, man. That's so fucking toxic.
And we've had this conversation.
But you switched it though. That wasn't for anybody that just tuned in. That wasn't where I came from.
No,
that wasn't about you. I was just saying that wasn't about you.
But what I did say.
But don't be ashamed that you knew that word.
What I did say could be, perceived as toxic. I didn't mean it as I'm ashamed to know that I know that word. What I meant it by, and this is going to be even deeper than a lot of people that may not understand it, is that that's not a word from our origin.
Yeah.
That's not a word of our origin. We don't understand what that means. That you can't translate that word.
That's true.
You can't translate that word to where we came from. That's something that we learned from being here.
It's Anglo-Saxon, but
that's
what you know. You don't know African. You don't know Haitian. You know what I'm saying? So why not know the best of what you know?
Right.
That's what you know.
And I mean, I've said you're right, but I said it like I said before. Like at this point in life, I know what I need to know, and I'm always willing to learn more. But more so than not, I'm going to play the spook by the door. No poetry intended. Yeah. I'm going to be the guy that doesn't let you know what I know. And I'm just going to learn and absorb what you think you know. Just to understand how this world is going. Winding it back to my inadvertent thought with Meg Thee Stallion and Tekashi. Like this world is evolving as we speak. This is why, let's wrap it up so we can get done. But this is why I feel like old people don't mind dying. Because I feel like once you get to a certain point where the world ends up being excruciating.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I can't take this anymore. Let me just hold my breath. And I don't mean it like that, of course. I'm, you know what I mean? I'm over
dramatizing it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. But that's what it comes down to. Like this shit it's getting out of hand at this point. And like at this point, for me to be like, let's be honest, about to be 34, I don't want no parts of motherfuckers. I don't even want no parts of a female. You think I want a girlfriend or a lady? You think I have time to want to understand how your brain works?
Right.
I'm still trying to figure out how mine does, sweetheart. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if that's disrespectful to say. But sweetheart, I'm still figuring me out.
Right.
Sorry.
No, I think that's all fair points. And I think that
it's just honest.
Right. I'm just being honest. There are, I'm trying to remember what we had a song that finished up like that, but
Well, we got 200 of them that the world never heard.
Right, no doubt. So with all that being said, hey Keem, where can the people find you? Where can they listen to your music? Where can they keep track of you? Give me let them know.
You can find me on anything. Honestly, you can Google me, K33M, same thing that's in the description. You can look me up on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play is till it expires because that's about to go out of business. You can look me up on any platform. Quite honestly, Googling me is the best. Google will give you everything. Instagram, Twitter, everything listed that they have. I'm gonna keep expanding, and you guys just sit back and enjoy.
And Keem, I definitely think we'll have to have you back on, especially whenever you drop that next album. Hey, Cliff, what do you got to take us out?
First and foremost, everybody that don't know, that's my nigga. I vouch 1,000%. So go check his shit out, like he said. Secondly, it's all love. Even when we have tough conversations, it's all love. Love everybody. I still love even the people that don't view things the way that I do. And I feel like that's what a lot of this world needs right now, is to understand that we don't have to be the same or think the same to love the same. So be 100, pay it forward, and at the same time, don't be scared to get in a nigga's ass if you feel that necessary as well.
Right, no doubt. And I think with all that being said, for anybody that's interested, we will bring back the after show this week. So if you're interested in joining the after show and
I'll be here this time.
and you know us, hit us up at it'll be a Zoom meeting. It's my cell phone, password lowercase fools. So if you're interested in that, log on after the show. We'll hang out for probably 20 minutes, half an hour. Outside of that, check us out at Foolproof Net, pretty much on every social media platform, whether that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. We're live streaming everywhere these days, and honestly, we couldn't do it without y'all. So we are, on average, getting probably somewhere between 30 and 50 views a week. That seems to keep growing. We appreciate all of you. Do us a favor. If you haven't liked us on the different platforms, like us on a different platform and share that shit and promote us and help us kind of get the voices heard. And on top of that, if you run a local business, we'd love to have you on. We are all about promoting Columbus people, Columbus artists,
Amen.
Small businesses,
Yes,
especially breweries and distilleries. Let us tell you right now,
right.
If you want to give us a bottle of something, I'll put your logo on the goddamn page.
Alcohol.
Every fucking week. All right. With all that being said, we love y'all. Take it easy. Peace out, fools.
I knew you was around for something.